So everything else going on, dude, in the world, we kind of talked a little bit about running calls and stuff, but what do you guys think about what's going on in station life, man? Like, it's kind of been switching up, man. Stuff keeps coming out saying, like, hey, you guys need to stay 6 feet apart in station life. I forgot what they're calling it, dude, out the gate.
Social distance.
Oh, there you go, social distance.
SD.
I don't even acknowledge it. No, I'm just kidding. But they're even trying to, like, it's like a standard in the station, man, being around, especially if you're at a dual company. I'm not at 4. How's that going over at 4, man?
It's impossible.
Yeah.
There's 10 people there, so you just can't do it.
It's definitely weird because I felt like at first we were telling everybody social distance, and we were preaching it, but we weren't doing it. Because, and I think for some reason we just thought, well, no, we can't. We're all here together. We are all in the station. We're in the truck. We have no choice. But, with things getting worse and it kind of ramping up, I noticed that even in the station we're starting to do it, which makes it weird because I hate being by myself. I hate being away from people. Like, I'm so... And Ryan made fun of me one day, and he was saying, we're supposed to be social distance, and I know I'm too dependent on my friends. I can't not be with people.
It's like we're all A shift now. Like, they just been ahead of the game with this all go to your room and stuff.
Yeah, and it's weird. And there's even days where we're all laying, because we share a hallway, so all 4 of our rooms are in this one hallway, and we're all laying in our room, and everybody leaves the door open, and we're just talking to each other, and we're texting each other. We're like, why are we texting? We can hear each other's voice. But we're all just laughing from our bed and just talking, So it is weird. It's made things definitely a lot different. There's been some goods and some bads that's come with it,
Yeah. It's cool, like, because it takes about 2 hours. Like, station's just never been clean, dude. Like, we do truck, decon, everything in the morning. Like, we don't even start, like, cooking breakfast till, 8:39, dude, because we're doing keyboards. Everyone does their room, dude. It smells just clean in there, man.
Yeah.
It's like the dust test is everywhere, right, dude? You're just going in.
Yeah.
Like, I wiped down that keyboard. Oh, I just wiped it down. Yeah. I wiped it down.
Yeah. Cool, I'm just getting a rep in, dude. I'm just going to make sure I get it.
And I feel like everybody's kind of looking out for each other because it's really cool to come in and we see the shift before us. They're cleaning the truck like crazy, and they're just they're getting ready to go home. I'm sure they're done with the day, and they're stressed out, and they clean the truck for us. And we do the same thing for the next truck, and then as soon as they clean it, we come in and we clean it again right after them. Yeah. But and they don't get hurt feelings about it. They know they're doing it to look out for us, and we're doing it to look out for us, and then we're gonna do it to look out for the next group, And we tell them we just cleaned everything, double clean it again, Yeah.
So how's your stuff going, dude?
It's been good, man. I was just gonna talk about that. Like, it's been cool having. It's almost like it helps like bring the stress level down at least some, because like I know, I'm sure you guys are the same, man. Like that home life, it's a weird adjustment. Like I come in stressed out. I was talking about it earlier about how the day before I go and work. Now I'm trying to be better about it. We're a few weeks in. I'm trying to remind myself to like look, like you're not that mad, or you're not that like. You actually don't care to be arguing with your wife right now. You're just stressed out, man. So chill out, own it, relax, But at work, I feel like we've got a good thing going. Just trying to look the same thing, looking out for each other and whatnot. So it's been, but like we went to the grocery store last set, and we ran into another crew, and then they were doing 2 in 2 out at the grocery store, and they were doing masks, and we didn't have them. I was like, nah, and then I saw that thing got released where like the CDC is recommending that we do that when we're out in public. It's like, all right, like we're learning this thing as we're going, and we're making those adjustments, but it changes sometimes hour by hour, if not day by day.
Yeah. And we're not shaming each other, dude. Like, oh, you didn't know this, you're not doing that. It's more as like a support and just giving info. So I don't know anywhere else in the Valley how you guys are doing it. We'd love to hear how you're doing it. Definitely send us some emails and stuff. But just from our perspective, it's not like, hey, dude, you're not cleaning this, you're not doing this. Like, we're all stepping up in a different way just to help out, man. Yeah. You feel it when you're there, dude.
Yeah, and like that's what I think one of the goods are. Is one of the bads is we're dealing with a very stressful thing to deal with in our work life, in our personal life. But the good part is just how much we've come together and look out for each other. Mm-hmm. There's always that little competition of this truck versus that truck, and this shift versus that shift, and now it's like all that went away.
Yeah, it's on
and
hold.
Everybody's just giving each other what they got and letting them know what happened, what calls they had, what they learned from it, so that we all learn from it. We don't make the same mistake, or this worked really well, now we're all doing it. So that part of it's been really cool to see everybody come together and try to take care of each other and just let the egos go and just say, hey, do these things because we care about you guys being just as safe as we are. Because at the end of the day, it just takes one of us to be careless with something, and we're all affected now. You know, so
I can't wait till it gets back together. Where I like to talk shit about how shitty A shift is. I fucking miss those days, dude.
The nitpicky things are definitely out, man,
Yeah.
and how we're changing, even our putting our gear together. I noticed like talking about it, like, hey, this worked for us, and we're putting the monitor, so we do blood sugars and temperatures on everybody, but now we're putting in the monitor, so we're contaminating less things, like just little details that made a call go smoother. You instantly feel it in the morning, like, hey guys, we ran this, and this. You know, sometimes you'd get that with crews, and sometimes you could feel like crews are breaking up, but this is really making us come together, and like we're all in this fight together. I know I keep saying it, but you can feel it. It is a weird,
sure.
it's a weird thing, man.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
no nitpicky, like, you guys didn't clean this, you didn't do this. You can see all of us are like, no, man, we did this, we did, like, we're like over passionate to tell what we did, you know, to help make sure that we're all dialed in.
Like, that's when, like, it's serious now. When everyone's like, all right, no more messing around, dude. It's all just game time, and it's all just, you know, it's weird because, you know, we had that happen not too long ago when everybody came together for, you know, the worst thing in our department, and it doesn't feel the same, but it seems like that brotherhood is back. Of the way that was when all that went down, you know, everyone's just grinding together, man.
And the little nitpicky stuff, like you said, is gone, and it's cool. Like, even with us, we have a probationary guy in our truck, and he does the full game of wearing his pants and his boots all day, and, you know, and getting there super early and doing all these things, which is good. He still definitely plays that role, but now we had to adjust it and say, all right, those games are done. You've proven yourself. Right now, you need to prove yourself by not getting sick and staying healthy. And part of that is, you know, lowering stress, lowering mental health. And we really took that on for him of, you know, you're going to be in PTs and tennis shoes like us because we're not going to wear anything outside this station that we wear inside. You're going to do these things. You're going to come in with us, and we're all going to walk in together, check our temperatures before we start. So that way he's not there early, having a fever, waiting for one of us to get there so he can tell us and ask what to do. And just little things now, you know, when it's rest time, when it's we need to relax. We need to, you know, rest our brains, rest our bodies for a little bit. We all do it. And there is no, we're going to do it, and, you know, after your probation's done, then you can do it too. This is a scary time for them too, so we really lowered those nitpicky expectations and just want to look out for each other and just make sure each other stays healthy mentally, physically, and emotionally, because we're all going through stuff. And we get talking about at the station, we're all getting in dumb arguments with our wives. We're all, you know, being snappy at the kids for no reason. We're all stressed out, and because we're just trying to look out for everybody and fix so many things that it's overwhelming us. So we do little things to not make that happen. We've actually been eating all 3 meals at the station together. We cook all 3 meals and we eat, and it's our one time, even though sometimes we're not able to practice social distance because there's so many of us, but it's the one time where we just all sit and we just laugh and we eat our food, and after our plates are done, for an hour we're sitting there and we're just laughing and we're talking and we're doing everything but talking about the world's problems right now. So it's definitely been an adjustment. And I think at home life too. I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed it just as much as all the rest of us. But it's a huge adjustment everywhere. It's been awesome seeing things shift at the station, but they've also shifted at home. I feel like my family's made humongous adjustments for all of us too. So you know, we definitely got to give them credit. Is there any things you guys have seen?
Well, I know from, like, or I guess even going back to, you know, my captain actually pulled me aside recently, and I share this because I really appreciate it looking back on it, but just kind of noticed that I was like kind of pulling away, you know, and was either staying more in my room or whatever, and I was thinking about it, and like I think I felt like while we were talking maybe for an hour or so, just chilling and talking. It's just like him looking after me, you know. But I realized that like how much I stress about so many different things in related to all this COVID stuff that, like it's almost like I'm trying to like rest it away, like get me past this 48 hours so I can go home and just like shut down, you know, and stop stressing for a few days until before, like, but at the same time, it was a good conversation because we were just talking about like, man, like we all deal with the stress in different ways, but like even in that situation, like don't just because that's what works for me. Like, you know, we were like what's best for us as a crew, like spending like, and so it was just a good reminder of like, nah, man, like even if we're pulling. Like he enjoys taking the office chairs out to the front bay, roll up the door, just chill at night, drink coffee and talk, you know, laugh and like kind of the same stuff you guys were talking about. I was like, nah, man, and I went. It's not like I don't value this stuff, but I just went to what naturally, like I just shut down and want to just like get past this night, what feels like a nightmare, and then, and it was just a good reminder, like, nah, man, like the best way we're gonna get through this is get together, even if it's in little ways like that. So,
Dude, it's good you can acknowledge it. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't take it personal. Like, hey, man, what's
Yeah.
up, dude? Like, it's good you can sit and have an open conversation because I'm like Hugo, dude. I need to be around you. I want to work out. What are you eating? I'll eat. Oh, you want to do this? Let's go check this out. Let's go do this. Like, my mind's like, brrrr. And when you pull back like that, now I feel like I'm letting somebody down. Like, what is he doing over there? What I should go say hi. You know, it's a weird, almost like I'm not inverted at all. Sorry, dude. That was way too much. But I'm not inverted. Like, I need to be around people, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. And we talked like just the different stresses of, you know, sleeping different and you know, nightmares. You know, I've had nightmares only on shift, and it was when it first started coming on. Like, I figured, you know, this wasn't gonna affect that much, and then just like mentally, man, it was getting us, and we didn't even know until we just talked about it. And yeah, it's just really weird coming home. Like, we're sleeping more at the station because we're, you know, getting less calls, but coming home more tired and just not realizing how much it's affecting our mental game until, you know, we just talked about it. We're like, damn, man, we're sleeping hours when we get home and just exhausted, man.
I think the change was, I think you sent out a text saying like, are you guys feeling this way? That's when I think it really hit for me, man. Like, not saying anything at first. You don't acknowledge it when everything was coming, bombarding you, just information. I think you might have sent it out, or Boyce. I don't know who sent it out.
Yeah. Well, and it was because we were talking one day and we just started kind of rapping and, you know, venting to each other and started saying, man, I had the weirdest dreams last night, and noticed everybody was saying it. And then we're saying, yeah, and I've been, my appetite is like this, and everybody had it. And I've been feeling this, and everybody has it. And I'm going to sleep. I'm going home exhausted, and I need to lay down and go to sleep. And I'm sleeping really hard when I do that. And we just noticed everybody had it. So we started, you know, like, it was such a huge relief for us when we were like, okay, I'm not just being a punk. You know, I'm everybody's feeling this. So I'm not the weak one in this, which has always been one of our fear, to be the weak link.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so
I mean, I'm not like this. I mean, I look super masculine and like very, very tough, but you know, I do have a little emotion. You know, there's something right here.
There's heart in there, dog.
Yeah,
There it is.
It's like
It in there.
M&M, dude. Like the, you know,
it's like the
tough.
Grinch. Gotta use that X-ray telescope.
So like, you know, people always are just gonna judge me for my size, but I'm just a stinking soft old teddy bear, and I'm at home. Like, for me, I've been like super sensitive with my wife. You know, like I get my feelings hurt because she's around, being normal super wife and super mom, giving everybody else attention, and I'm like out back just kicking dirt and trying to put some pavers down and complaining about the pain, and I just want her to hang out with me, you know. And then like we end up getting into it, and at the root of it is like, oh man, like this is just how you process it. Like, and at the end of the day, I love my wife, you know, and she's my best friend. But I've noticed that, the last 4 off, that's the way that the stress is kind of showing itself in me. But at the same time, man, like I don't know, I'm sure you guys are the same way. That day before you go to work, now the good thing is I'm learning it about myself. I'm having to own it. But I realize that I get really short, like you're saying, like I get really short with the kids, or it's like I'm looking for reasons to argue, or I'll argue about the dumbest things. And at the end of the day, it's like, man, I'm really not. And of course, my first day at work, I text my wife, it's like, hey, that fight was not about you. Like, I was just stressed because I knew it was coming in. And so I'm trying to tell it.
I've had to send that text a couple times.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna have a great day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be super sweet to my wife.
I get it.
Because,
I get it.
you know, I'm gonna own that and make those changes.
It is, man, and the families have been awesome. I'm sure all of us have had that, man. Just they've really stepped up and adjusted to this and helped us out too. And I think they understand we're under more stress. And Adriana's been very our whole relationship, she's always been very honest with me and always lets me know and keeps me humble. And she'll give me the honest opinion. She won't do things to just make me feel good. She does that, but when I need the honest talk, she gives it to me, and she's told me plenty of times, like, what is wrong with you? What are you mad at? And I think she's even realized too, like, oh, okay, it's because of this. This is why. So these are things I can do, and she's really, really stepped up and just helped out with the kids and helped do things. But again, it was on me still, and because I told her, just because this is going on is not an excuse. It's not a reason for me to be this way.
Yeah.
You telling me is now I need to do what I need to do to change that too.
Yeah,
It's going to affect everybody.
Yeah.
Just have it be acknowledged, because you probably didn't know you were being an asshole or whatever. Just that, the same thing how it works with us. If one person says it, you're like, oh yeah. So it's kind of like that, like, oh cool, man, you kind of been a dick.
Yeah,
Like,
man. And she's been bending over backwards trying to help lower stress for me and help me do things and just be that little positive text all throughout the set. Just giving me the little positive words, man. And my mom's been awesome. My sisters, everybody's looking out. It's cool because you see little things everybody's family's doing for each other. Like, John's poor parents didn't have paper towels, and I got a big pack of them, so I wanted to give them some paper towels. And hopefully it meant a lot to his mom, just knowing just little things like this. And we're always going to still look out for each other.
Yeah, she still asks me every day how much she owes you.
He's like, you better pay him. Like, I'm trying. I'll get him some Chick-fil-A.
My sister was panicking because I told her we've been trying to find hand sanitizer for our truck, and my sister went crazy and went to all these stores and found us this huge bottle and made sure she went and bought them because she was like, I want you guys to have this in the truck because it's everybody's doing something to kind of look out for us and worry about us. Our family cares too, man. They know they're already freaked out with this, and they know that not only we freaked out, we're right in front of it all day when we're there. So that part's been really cool. How the family stepped up. My kids have stepped up. I think they kind of see the emotional changes, and they know little things to do. Of can we ride bikes? Can we go throw the ball? Can we go do these things? I'm doing their homework with them. And which I thought was going to be a nightmare. I'm doing homeschooling with the kids right now, and actually it's been really good because our families come together a lot more.
It's like you're relearning how to English and math. Like,
yeah.
what? Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, I told him, I said, you guys are about 2 years away from us not being able to help you anymore.
Like,
this is all we got.
About right here.
Yeah.
It's going to be like you, Frankie, and then AJ is going to be up here.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, look, idiots.
Yeah, dude.
Captain Doyle's talking about that. He has 4 girls, and he's been homeschooling, talking about math and social studies and all these things. And I was stressed just talking about it, man. I was like, we be doing recess all day.
Oh
dude.
yeah, we get recess and PE in my house too for sure. When I need a break, when I need to Google stuff to see how to do it.
Yeah, give me 5. You guys 100 jumping jacks, dude. Let's get this going, dude.
But I think that part's been cool. There's the good and the bad, and I always try to look at the bright side of things, or the glass half full. Is we have a terrible thing going on right now, but this is the most family time I've spent.
Yeah.
Just us. Just one-on-one time than we ever have. We're always so busy with getting them to sports, and then they go to school all day, and they come home, and we got to hurry up and do your homework so we can go to your practice, and we got to do these things, or we got all this stuff going on. All that's gone, and it's just us now, and it's really cool to see how close we've gotten from that, and how much we're doing, and how much little memories that you miss all the time when you're not paying attention to this stuff. So.
That's beautiful, dude. That is so awesome, man. And how appreciative are you for teachers, dude?
Oh man, I'll tell you what, dude. I told it, especially my one son's teacher. She's awesome, and I told my wife, I'm like, man, we got to get her something.
Yeah.
Like he is doing so good in school, and she's just like the nicest, most patient person ever, man. So
yeah, hook her up with a hibiscus or
something, dude. Like because they work hard, man. They have a very, very hard job.
I think that's a new perspective, man, of just how appreciative you see. I mean, I see we have a little community Facebook, and they're talking about different ideas, how to teach their kids and what they can do in subjects. And I was like, these parents gotta be so
spanking in
appreciative.
there.
Yeah,
It's been my teaching. That's been my teaching too. I brought back the paddle.
and I'm watching this.
The little holes in it. For
I'm gonna send my kid in the fall.
The Board of Education.
No, rather than them send a permission slip home with my kid for for a field trip, I'm gonna send my kid with the permission to the teacher. Like, hey, you're allowed to spank my kids.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
work
exactly.
work
Put it
down.
on them.
I know, warmed them up for the last 6 months.
Like, this man better
Handle
come
that.
home correct.
It works. Believe
Yeah.
me. That's how I stay sane.
And the blessing that we had here, man, was it came during a beautiful weather time for us here in Phoenix. So we've been out doing more outdoor. I bought us all new bikes. This is costing me a little bit of money right now with this little pandemic, but I bought us all new bikes, and every day we go on a bike ride together, and we go just ride to the park, go do things. We bring snacks, sit in the grass, eat snacks, get on the bikes, go again, and just little things like that we never really did before because we were always so busy doing everything else. So little things like that, man, it's been awesome. And there's only so much Netflix and Hulu and YouTube you can watch, just get back pains and neck pains sitting on your couch watching TV all day. So,
Dude, my house has never been cleaner.
yeah.
Like, I organized my Tupperware the other day. I was like, yeah, dude. Nice.
Yeah. Organize my silverware.
Yeah,
By Tupperware, do you mean like half of those are the station Tupperware?
I gotta reorganize my station Tupperware.
Yeah.
Like somehow I have 19 containers and like 4 lids.
That's cool, man. Like family, my change has been like I have a little thread going with a couple of young Thundercats on our apartment, like just different workouts for the day, man. It's been like keeping my demons at ease, dude. Like little Christian dude, he'll throw me, or Google, they'll throw me some random workout, like, hey, I'm gonna do this today, dude, and then I'll go grind it. Like little motivations like that. It's really been good for me, man. It's been helping me, body weight stuff and getting creative, how to work out. I've been riding my bike too, man, and running. So that's been like a fun part for me, dude. It's just different ways to connect and motivate each other, dude.
Yeah. Me and Adriana have been doing home workouts together, and Nick sends us workouts all the time to try out, and we'll kind of modify it a little bit so she can do them too. And it's like we're working out in the backyard while our kids are riding scooters and doing stuff, and it's like a cool feeling when you're doing it, and just little things like that. We're just always kind of doing something together and looking out for each other and giving each other ideas because we're so dependent on each other that even when we're supposed to be apart, luckily we have phones to keep in contact and keep sending each other stuff. So that stuff's been good, man. It's important. It's definitely important to get out and exhaust your body. Yesterday, they all rode their bikes and I ran to go follow them, which was not a good idea because I didn't realize how hard in the paint they were going to go on this bike ride. So I got back feeling a little nauseous.
The fastest kids alive.
Yeah, dude. I think my kids are on steroids, man. Pee in the cup when we were done.
There's all these things coming out talking about like how increased outdoor activity stuffs like bikes and all that, like off the market, off the shelves, puzzles, board games. It's almost like people had to get back together, like Monopoly off the chain.
I went to get a bike. I had to go to 3 stores to find bikes for all of us. There's like bought one here, one there, or would get lucky and find one everywhere. And they said puzzle companies are going crazy.
Off the chain.
We've done more
Even
puzzles
workout
together.
stuff. We can't find it, dude.
Yeah,
Gym
board
stuff,
games. We've been doing all that together, man, more than we ever have. So
It's like everyone's gonna be the cleanest, the best in shape they've ever been, and an alcohol problem.
exactly. It's one or the other. You're either be really in shape, or some people are just eating the problems away. So, we've seen that too. So
It's gonna be a rehab spike right after this.
Yeah. So anybody, go ahead, dude.
Well, for me, it was just about to be opening day for Little League season, right before this kicked in, and we have 11 of kids between my wife's my whole wife's family's here, and so like all of my nephews and nieces, and a lot of them were playing baseball, softball. So we were getting amped up for about 6 days a week in something, So when this shutdown all happened, like, man, if it wasn't for that and the timing, as you said, the weather, it's about to get hot, I wouldn't have gotten done so much. So it was twofold. All that work I've done in the backyard and the side yard it was my stress reliever. So that's how I was like coming off of work and just turning my brain off and going out there and just working and getting stuff done. And then also my kids are home so much, so I was seeing like them enjoy the fruit of labor right then. Like I would do one job. It's like, it's not the same as them being at school all week and all that. So it was really cool and a stress reliever. But at the same time, had this not happened, I wouldn't have gotten it done before the heat. So it ended up really working out well. And there are times where we would have the canopy out. The kids would just come and hang out for hours, out just laying there, or I'll take a break and I'll just lay there. It's like, dude, the family time. It's been.
I saw them all chilling on the trampoline last night.
Yeah.
They're all just
We're out there,
kicking
yeah.
it, man.
Well, and it was like looking like you stop thinking about your regular life and what you consume yourself with, and then you find little things that, like, we just had a bunch of baseball. We're all talking on the trampoline, and then son goes over, he just starts picking up the ball and starts hitting it with the bat. I'm like, shoot, man, that's awesome. And then we ended up picking up the balls and played on the fly, came up with a game to play with the kids, which sometimes you miss. I think that's the big thing with me. I realized that I have so many missed opportunities, man, of quality time with the kids. So it's just a good refresh reminder,
You like the new games that people are coming up with. Like, I was over at my buddy's house. He has a trampoline. So we play this game where, like, one person lays in the trampoline, either face up or face down, and the other one's got to throw the little Nerf football with the whistles over the netting, and then the other guy can't move. And then you get points, so you do it, like, each one gets five rounds, dude. And so if you're face down, you can't see it. You just hear the whistle.
It's been cool, man. It's been creative and watching the communities and everybody come together, man. So that's awesome, dude, to hear a little bit of your stories. And anybody out there, man, in the fire service community, whatever, we'll link up an email, send some ideas what you guys are doing with your family, or show us pictures, dude. We'd love to see and have a laugh, man. It's been fun and exciting, even though times are rough right now, but we're trying to make the best of it. So thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. We love you guys, man, and keep grinding.